Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Everybody ready for the weekend out there? I am. I'm going down to Pensacola tomorrow to run a couple of errands and hopefully get some mangoes. I had some mighty good keep mangoes last week, and I'm hoping my Asian market will have some this week. But I got a few other supplies to get, so if there's no mangoes, it won't be that bad of a trip, and it'll be nice just to get out of town for the day. Anyhow, today I want to share my top 5 raw vegan superfoods with you. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel and come back and watch some more of my videos. I hear the term superfoods all the time, and people ask me about them from time to time, and a lot of the times the things I hear about them, they kind of come across as a little gimmicky, because it'll be like one certain food or like the flavor of the moment, something that's new, that's that's so great. And my thoughts on superfoods are a little bit different, though not completely. So anyhow, I did a little bit of, I was doing a little bit of research on this last week, just for my own knowledge. Somebody had said something somewhere on social media, and I'm like, oh, let me look at this a little bit. So a lot of times the things I share here are just like crude thoughts that come from the notes and the research that I'm doing, but in my opinion, it's working for me. I'm feeling good, so I just figure I'll share the crude research anyway. And a lot of times I just do the research over and over and over to refresh my brain, because I don't have any room on the hard drive here. That's why I can't just sit and do Q&As and spit out all this stuff and all the science of it, because I understand it. I make decisions based on good information, but once I make those decisions and I've done the research, I dump that information because I don't have room for it on the hard drive. Just kill too many brain cells up there. But anyhow, here you go. And some of them, no real surprises on there, because I found some on there. To be quite honest, pomegranate. I'm sure it's great for you, but I just don't see pomegranate. They've been talking about this, the last 5 years or so, is it just being this great superfood, and I'm sure it's good for you, but I don't tend to pick out the one little tiny things like the pomegranate or a goji berry as a superfood. I kind of tend to pick types of food that are considered superfood. So here we go. Leafy greens. You got to know that I'm going to mention the leafy greens. I mean, they're packed. They're packed. And a lot of things with the leafy greens, it's about the minerals, because that the fruit that's growing nowadays just doesn't have the mineral profile that it did hundreds, thousands of years ago. So anyhow, believe it or not, you do you, but I'm big on the leafy greens. They have an abundance of iron, magnesium, potassium, calcium, so many minerals, so many vitamins. So the leafy greens are just something that I think are always I'm going to be striving to get more into my diet and lifestyle every day. In fact, fairly soon after making this video, I'll be going to make a green smoothie. Had a green smoothie this morning too, so I'm doing pretty good on the greens. I've been on a green smoothie kick lately. Berries. Berries is something I don't eat enough of, and I didn't take advantage of the blueberries this summer. And we're going into the winter, and there's definitely not a lot of local berries left. But I may get some berries and freeze them, even if they're from California and Canada, just because they're just so powerful. They're one of the most powerful antioxidants. That was something that I didn't remember, that they were such a powerful antioxidant. Of all the fruits, I even read something fairly credible recently that the berries might be the most powerful of all the fruits as far as just their properties of the antioxidants and how much protection they give us and just how healthy they are. So berries are definitely one. Legumes are definitely one. Now, for the purpose of this video, I'll keep it all raw vegan, but get your legumes. Get your legumes, cooked or sprouted. Now, I've got a big batch of lentil sprouts just about to be ready. In fact, I'll probably pull them tonight or in the morning. So I would say the bulk of the legumes I'm eating these days are raw. I'm sprouting lentils, eating lentils, but get those legumes. They're great for lysine. the amino acid lysine, which is a hard amino acid to get on a plant-based diet. They're big in iron, they're big in zinc, they're great for protein. That's why I make sure, another big reason I try to make sure and get sprouts in every day to aid those workouts, aid the recovery, but legumes are great. I just kind of have two seeds here. So let's say hemp and chia seeds. Hemp and chia, I haven't had chia seeds around in a while because hemp's just more versatile. Hemp I use in recipes, and they don't have quite as good a profile for omega-3s as chia seeds do. I do prefer the chia seeds, and you know what? I think I'm going to add that to my shopping list tomorrow, so I'll have both. But I definitely I think of those, and I recommend those for this lifestyle because they're real rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and that's something that a lot of people pay attention to the fat. They pay attention to keeping their fat levels low, but then they don't really pay attention to getting those omega-3s in there. And the omega-3s are hella important to get in our diet on a regular basis. So include those. Those are something I would say, and I'm about to use some, I would say that I use hemp seeds almost every day. If I don't use them in a recipe, like when I get around to making my green smoothie, I'm usually having to remember, did I do any recipes? Did I make salad dressing? If I didn't make them, if I didn't put it in a salad dressing or use it in some sort of a recipe, then I will put them into my smoothies. And you know what? Those hemp seeds in smoothies just give it such a nice, rich taste. But the chia seeds good too, and the chia seeds have, like I say, have a better profile for the omega-3s than even the hemp seeds do. One I want to start paying a little bit more attention getting into my diet, although I do it fairly regularly now, and that's the seaweed or sea vegetables. And that's anything from like I say, seaweed, the dulse granules. Right now, that's where I've been getting the bulk, like pretty much all of it recently is just from dulse granules. Is like I always use dulse granules on my salads, and a lot of times on them just salad soups, whatever I can put it in. But going to Pensacola tomorrow, I'm going to work on getting some more sea vegetables because the sea vegetables are very rich in vitamin K, but iodine. I really, I like to make sure that I'm getting enough iodine on this lifestyle because iodine is very important to thyroid function and just a lot of different functions in the body. It's also it's rich in calcium and magnesium as well. So, I mean, those are just kind of, and when I say my top 5, I kind of say that tongue in cheek. I don't know, if they're really my top 5, but of all the research I was doing recently, and I'm making notes, these 5 caught my eye, and I'm like, yeah, let's make sure that we double down. And, I was talking about my winter plans in the last video, and I'm like, yeah, let's double down. Let's make sure we're getting all of these things, for sure over the winter. And then, like other things there will be, but not necessarily. Listen, to me, everything we're eating on this plant-based diet, when I start reading about foods individually, I'm like, well, damn, this is a superfood. This is a superfood. This is a superfood. It's all superfood when we compare it to the shit we used to eat on a standard American diet, or even stuff I used to consider healthy. When I consider now what I consider healthy versus what I used to think is healthy living back then, it's a whole different thing. But yeah, once again, don't get too caught up on the superfoods, even though those are called like I'm saying, superfoods, kind of tongue in cheek. They're just basic foods. They're just basic foods, and they all make sense if you really think about it, if you listen to what I just said about it. Even go study them yourself. Go out there. After these videos, be a skeptic. Act like you don't believe anything I say. Go to Google right away. That's all I do. Go to Google, go to YouTube, search these things for yourself. Best superfoods on a raw vegan lifestyle. Best superfoods. Don't mention anything about vegan or raw vegan. And just, contrast and compare. See what the similarities are. That's what I like to do. It's not all, if you just go out there and you seek out nothing but raw vegan sources, it's got to come from the mouth of a raw vegan or from the writings of a raw vegan, you're kind of shortchanging yourself in your research, because like I say, I like to see, even if people are meat eaters, if they do this, if they do that, there's a lot of value in finding similarities, what everybody agrees on. And when everybody agrees on something, you're like, ooh, this must be pretty powerful. But like I say, do the research for yourself. Stop putting so much power in the hands of people on YouTube. Being on YouTube, anybody can do YouTube. All you got to do is set it. Right now, I got a tripod and a phone set up. Almost everybody's got a phone these days, so anybody can do a YouTube video. So be careful. Be careful. Be a skeptic. Do your own research. I'm not saying don't trust anybody, but be a little bit, skeptical. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll probably see you over the weekend. Peace.